I say a lot of hard things, don't I? And there's people, I know there is, maybe not here today, but they might say, ask this question: why do you preach so hard? Someone even might say, I think, Pastor, I detected a note of anger in your sermon. Really? Really? I think in Matthew 23, I detect a note of anger in a sermon where Jesus says, woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, you hypocrites! You pay tithe of mint and anise and cumin and have neglected the weightier matters of the law. Woe to you, you fools and blind! No, I detect a note of anger when in the synagogue, it says in Luke's gospel, Jesus turns round and it says, Jesus looked round in anger. And yes, I also read in Nehemiah pulling out men's beards. Pretty angry at disobedient people of God. But yes, sometimes I am angry in my sermons. Why? Should I be? I think it depends on your subject. What is anger, I ask you? It's an emotion. It's a feeling. What causes it? Many things, if you know your psychology. Provocation, annoyance, evil, wrong, pain, hurt, sorrow. Do you get angry about things that you don't care about? If I didn't care about the church of our land or our wee land, I wouldn't be angry ever. There's no anger if you don't care. And the truth is, and I don't go here, but coming through the 70s and 80s, you think about issues that happened, you sort them out logically, and you put them in a box, and you put the lid on, and you put it away, and you don't go in there too often, right? Or you couldn't function as a human being. But my anger comes from sorrow, the sorrow of a broken heart at the state of our land and the churches of it. I have lived 54 years. Through the 70s, 80s, and 90s, that didn't break my heart. All that pain, no. Nothing's broke my heart till the last lot of years. As a man, I never thought I'd see the day there'd be abortion murder centers in hospitals. I never thought I'd see the day, because I always respected the strong politicians we had when they all became weak. I never thought I'd see that. I never thought I'd see the day when I would observe the weakness of our churches in their disobedience to the scriptures. And I never thought I'd see the day when there was no place for good men in most pulpits. Strong men, no. My anger in my messages comes from sadness because I care. And I don't know honestly how many preachers in churches who are meant to be Christians can even speak, if they even mention the things we've mentioned here today, but they can talk on the horrors of our land, and it's like a lecture on physics or something. They don't even appear moved by it. Do they even feel it? Do they feel the grief of what's going on? Well, they may not be angry like I am. But I ask you, Do they care? Do they love you? If they're your shepherd, which is what pastor means, would they stand in your place to protect you and, if necessarily, die in your place? You might say, that's a bit too much. You're not expected to do that. They are. That's why they're called shepherds, a pastor. Because the shepherd defends the flock against what? Wolves and bears. He must be willing to put himself, the word our brother used, to interpose. I'm glad I heard that today. To interpose himself between the tyrant and the victim, even if it costs him his life.